would make it to the Super Bowl and get to perform at the Super Bowl. So I was very shocked and surprised, but also honored. And I wore the sweatsuit the day before at the rehearsal to honor Whitney because I love her. And obviously, everybody knows that nobody will ever do a rendition better than Whitney. Like she's the standard. But I just wanted to carry her with me, and I enjoyed myself, and I'm glad I got a chance to experience it. It was a great experience.
And like I said, you did your thing. Like I do want to know because I seen the conversations on Twitter, and I would have loved, and everybody else would have loved for you to perform by yourself. So what was that deciding factor for them to say, "Hey, Jasmine, you're gonna do a duet with Eric Church"?
I just got the phone call saying that we want you to sing at the Super Bowl, but we want it to be a duet. And I thought it would be cool. I mean, obviously we come from different backgrounds, and I actually hadn't heard much of Eric before I got a chance to perform with them. But I thought it was cool what it was symbolizing about, kind of bringing everybody together for a common cause or whatever. And that's what I feel like it was. It was a blending of two different sounds, two different people who got two different backgrounds and just coming together, for the anthem.
Yeah, you definitely killed it. How do you feel like everything that's going on in this moment right now?
It feels good. It's a lot. It's a lot, especially for me because I'm like usually home and like out the spotlight and everything, and so much is happening all at once. I have so many wonderful opportunities, the Super Bowl being one, and just like people wanting to work with me that I've loved all my life and like call in and do songs and stuff like that. So it's amazing. I am trying to keep my head about me, keep my wits about me, um, and stay focused really on God. Like that's what I learned most is like God got to come first and everything else second. So that's basically where I'm at right now.
Hey, can I get an amen? Because without faith and without God, like, where would we be? Hey, so look, I want to talk about hotels, man. Like, I know me and you had a previous conversation before. Like, first of all, I'm a fan of Jasmine Sullivan. Hotels is a great body of work. Like, I thought it was an album, and it's an EP. For that to be an EP with that body of work, and you got the interludes and everything, when can people expect the album? Because I didn't even think it was an EP at first until I heard you say this is an EP.
Well, yeah, I decided for it to be an album. An EP because it's just not a lot of songs in there. So I was just like, I know after being away for 6 years, I don't feel like this is enough material. But we're working on something for hotels to kind of extend the project. I actually haven't started working on the album yet, but I have some like ideas, but I'm not even at that space. Like I'm still in the mindset of kind of like taking hotels as far as I can. I feel like there's so many different avenues I could go. I reached out to Issa. She reached out back, and we started talking about making this a visual project and stuff like that. So I feel like for this moment, I feel like it's important to kind of stay at this place because I feel like hotels is it's just a moment and it's a movement really, and it's for women and it's about women and our stories and Black women specifically, and I feel like we kind of need to stay here and like tell our side of the story and let people hear it and make them listen to it for real, for real.
And I love that because I seen a conversation between like all the beautiful Black women on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm glad you touched on the Issa Rae thing because I would love to see Issa Rae and Jasmine Sullivan bring that visual to that whole hotel's life, But I want to go deeper into hotels, man. You got a song called "On It," and when I first heard it, I'm like, yo, it's a nasty song, but in a soulful way. So I just want to know what was the process of you and Ari Lennox recording that record?
Well, let me just say, Ari was the brainchild for On It. She actually started working on that song before I even heard the song or anything like that. I just had her tell on the project. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, people are going to be real mad if they go on the project and they don't actually have a physical song for me. Ari, they're going to cuss me out. So I was like, Ari, girl, they going to throw stuff at me if you don't be on this project in the right way. So she like went through her catalog and she sent me the song and I just got with it. Now y'all know I don't do like sexy songs. I don't do at least y'all never heard my song.
And that's what I was gonna ask you. Did you feel nervous like being more sexual on this song?
it was a lot. When I heard spit on it specifically, that lyric specifically was a lot. Well, sit on it was fine, but when we got to the end and said spit on it, I was like, you sure about this one? But I loved it. I mean, Ari is like kind of in your face, and I love that about her lyrics and stuff like that. And I felt like it was good for me to push myself. Plus, I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like the things that I wouldn't have spoke about earlier on in my career. Now that I'm 33, it's like, girl, just say it. You sit on it too. So.
And a lot of women can relate to it, you know. So I mean, that's probably like a lot of people's favorite song on the album.
Yeah.
But then you got a record called "Put It Down," and you talked about, you know, him living with his mama and paying his rent. I want to know, what's your views on relationship? Like, how do you feel about splitting the bills and who's the provider in the relationship?
I think it's cool to split the bills. I also feel like relationships are very personal, so it really is between you and that person. Like, y'all have to make a decision on how y'all want it to run. You can't base it off of how your mama used to do it, how your grandma used to do it. It's based off of you, where you at, and what you want to contribute, what you want the other person to contribute.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with it. Like, people don't understand a relationship is a union. It should be 50-50. It shouldn't be one